welcome to my His Press Project channel. I'm Joe Wolf, and today we're here in Eagletown, Oklahoma, and we're going to be speaking not only to all the historical areas of Eagletown, but not only one significant area. This is where I'm at today, in this wooded area. This is not only a wooded area, but this is a historical significant where I'm standing on today. So today we're going to be speaking about the old roads. So today, right now, I'm standing on the old, what once they call it, the Fort Towson Road, which traveled from Washington City all the way into Fort Towson. So the military man, this was designated for the military man to travel from Washington City all the way into, of course, Fort Towson. And also throughout the years, many pioneers traveled through this road as well. And this was kind of a major source highway at that one time. But not only that, around 1830, after the Dancing Rabbit Creek Treaty, the Choctaws, during the removal, also used this road. So this is partially of our ancestral road as well. So this road is where the Choctaws and also the Chickasaws came on this road as well. So this is the road where I'm standing on, is actually what we call the removal, the Trail of Tears route, where the Choctaws and the Chickasaws came along this area. And also, not only this area, they came in two areas. There's one here, of course. There's about 2-3 miles south of Eagletown. Another route came and it intersect near Mount Fork, possibly near Pitchland's, Peter P. Pitchland's farm, which is just sits about 5 to 7 miles where I'm standing at today. So these roads kind of intersect, and then of course moved on to passing Mount Fork River all the way and through heading towards Fort Towson. So there was two routes going through here, and of course where I'm standing at today. And of course this route, you can tell, look behind me, it's just, you can see the depressions. Of course, if it wasn't for this tree limb right here, or this big branch here, you can see the depressions easily. That leads off this way. So this is a route that you're looking right now is going east. This is making their way to Washington City, and looking towards this way, looking west, it'll be going towards Fort Towson. So this was a heavily road right here, a military road. It was a pioneer road, also a removal road as well, which is, sacred to our family as well. But it's also a Civil War road. A lot of military used during the Civil War times. They walked through here. And also this was also a major highway before the highway started getting built, just south of here. And just south of there, also railroads started coming in. So this kind of died out the traffic in this area where we're standing at today. So many highways started coming in as to and from in this area, but this was a major area full of military. And of course this is one of the major part for the Choctaws and the Chickasaws that come along this route as well. So you would think a lot of prominent Choctaws came on this route that I'm standing on right now. A lot of the Folsoms, I know they probably came on here. All the family of the Folsoms travel along this road. The LaFleurs, of course, the LaFleurs came along this road as well. Of course, a lot of the Pitchlands came along this road as well. The McCurtains, and of course, many other Choctaws that came along from the Mississippi area came along in this area. So this is the road that they travel on to get to their destination, which part 2 will start at in Fort Towson, where they end their journey. So we'll go there sometimes soon. We talk about the end of the the Trail of Tears. And of course there's another trail we may talk about later up north, where they went towards Fort Smith into Scullyville, and we'll talk about that later on. So a lot of prominent Choctaws that I mentioned, of course Thomas LaFleur, of course George Harkins, Nittikitchi, a lot of these Choctaw chiefs and all of them came along in this route right here. Mashillatubby and all of them went north towards Fort Smith. So a lot of Choctaws came here. And of course Cyrus Byington, he was a missionary, of course, with the Choctaws. And others we spoke about around Boggy Depot, Chief Allen Wright, he was a young boy. He came through on this route as well. And of course, you name a few, David Folsom, Colonel David Folsom. I know he came here. He's buried at the Dokesville Cemetery. He was a Republican of the Choctaws. He was once the chief in the Pigeon Roost district at one time, you know. So, and he was one of the signees of the Dancing Rapid Creek Treaty. So he brought over 500, I believe, of his party through this route. So, and this is something that, you know, that you want to experience along a route. I've been to Village Creek, which is up north around in Arkansas at a state park, and they have a park that, you know, that's still is preserved. The trail is still preserved today, and you can go there. People hikes there, but still, you go there. It's one of our ancestral places that our Choctaws went through that area up coming north from Memphis all the way to Little Rock. So, and this is not as preserved, but you still can see the depressions like you see behind me here a little bit. You know, just probably rarely touched or anything, and which I'm glad that, you know, it's really touched. You can still see the path where it went to. So not just like Village Creek, but there's other places as well. But I believe Village Creek is probably one of the prominence of the Choctaws that came along as well, and well preserved in that area. So I'm glad that state park taken well care of. Not only the Choctaws came along in that area, the Creeks, the Cherokees, and of course the Chickasaws, they all came along the Village Creek. And maybe one day I'll share a story or share the history about the Trail of Tears. And I know Trail of Tears, the history, it can take up for a while, maybe almost an hour or so. And I used to do presentations on the Trail of Tears and stuff. But and I do a lot of insights, and of course I get a lot of resources from a lot of people that I know of. So, but right here where I'm standing is the old military road of Fort Towson, and of course, and not just the military road, also the removal where the Choctaws and the Chickasaws came along in this area and made their home westward. So again, if you have any questions or any comments, feel free to comment. Of course, this is a very monumental for all of us, for the Choctaws, because if it wasn't for this, we won't be where we're at today. So again, hope you enjoyed this small little segment. We're going to do a part 2 sometime soon in Fort Towson, and talk about how they came to Fort Towson, and maybe I'll have someone to speak of in that area, which would have been John Davis. Hopefully he'll be able to speak about, you know, the end of the removal in Fort Towson. But if not, maybe I can do part of it, you know, much as I can. So we'll do our part 2 in Fort Towson. So y'all stay tuned for that. All right. So again, I hope you enjoy this small area, this small little history of this military road, Fort Towson Military Road, and the removal route of this area. So hope you enjoy, and like we say in Choctaw, Chipesalaji Yako Ki, and we shall see you in our next.